So can you identify perhaps some of the key public relations activities that entrepreneurs need to look at to help grow their business and to grow their personal brand?
Sure, no problem. So as a PR practitioner, I've had my agency for 10 years. We actually get this question a lot, even from some of our existing clients, because a lot of people still aren't very clear about the difference between advertising, marketing, and PR.
Right.
And so as you mentioned, marketing is really about selling that product, whereas PR is more about storytelling. So Tony Robbins says that people are not in the business of buying goods and services. They're in the business of feeling connections and emotions. Mm-hmm. And sometimes that's actually the driver to make a purchase. I mean, I'm sure all of us have these people sometimes that maybe they don't have the best product, but you just love interacting with this individual, or you love their brand story. It's something that you resonate with, and that's actually why you make a purchase. So right. With public relations, we really are brand storytellers, and we find ways to connect your story to your ideal target audience. But we do this by utilizing different types of media. Okay. So PR is usually earned and not paid. There are examples of paid PR, but I'm going to focus on the earned PR.
Right.
And so we utilize platforms like traditional media. So that's TV, cable, newspapers, print magazines, radio stations, interviews, features. And then we also explore digital media. So that's your website, newsletters, your social media platforms. And then there's also experiential marketing. So that's when you actually have some type of event, a product launch, an activation where people actually get to touch, feel, and interact with your brand or your product or your service. Okay. And so there are a lot of opportunities, especially right now for PR, because news media houses need content, right?
Yeah.
Publications need content because now they can't go out and get content. And so we all have a great opportunity. Any individual in business, if you have something to offer with value that will provide value to a reader or to a listener on a radio program or to some kind of online publication, now is the time to start pitching your stories. And you actually don't need to hire a PR practitioner to do that. If you can write really well, you know what you're trying to share with your audience, you can write articles and submit them to your local publications or your favorite online publications. And most of the times, a lot of these editors have their email addresses online on the websites.
Yes.
So it takes just a little bit of planning, thinking about, okay, during this time, what is some content that I could share that would be of value to my audience? And I find that the more you give value, the more you start to attract your ideal audience and people start being able to find you. Or now you're bringing awareness to your brand or your product or service without actually selling it. But a lot of times it ends up leading to a sale.
Yes.